Hello everyone and welcome to WUB Network, America's sports leader. The three-man basketball league returns for the first time in almost 3 months. And before we get started, I am going to go through a little rundown of what to expect on the channel. So at 7 o'clock tonight is the Virtual Racing Championship Daytona 125, my point of view at least. Hi, Tennessee Titans fan. And then tomorrow we'll upload a final product with different camera angles and stuff. Progressive Cup Series gets pushed back to next week. I can prove it to you. The Martinsville track is literally 2 inches away from this camera, but Martinsville, I've still got some work to do, so that won't be out till next weekend. Also next weekend, expect some sort of an NBA video, and week after that, we're definitely going to have another one of the Xfinity races that are going to be up, and some baseball, and hopefully Yonkers is out soon as well. So anyway, this is the first game of 4. You can look down in the description about some stuff. This is first place against last place. The Rebounders beat the undefeated Crossovers a few weeks ago. Tennessee Titans fan cool. The defense are just 1-5. They've struggled mightily after beating the Ringers week 1. They've lost 5 straight games. Pochia, Rocha, Robinson against Seltz, Schulte, and Bilgrave. So we'll set it up. It's probably going to have to just set up for a second, and I'll get it set up because you have to start as a team, but I'll just switch sides when we first start. So Axel Rocha, expect him to be a factor in the Rebounders' win over the Crossovers. Nick Pochia led the way with 9 points, 6 boards, 3 assists. Axel Rocha, Sam Robinson also got up there. 6 points, 11 boards for Robinson. Robinson's big game was his 16-13 game in week 3. Hey, NASCAR fan 2488. So let's just choose side. Let's switch it and get underway here. Nope, they actually go by the name of the Rebounders against the defense. There's the defense. As we get ready to start, Schulte, Seltz, Bilgrave. It is back, the three-man basketball league. Dylan Seltz with it. He backs up long two. That one's not going to go. Pochia the rebound. Remember, you have to take it back to that lighting up red line. So Pochia with it. Pochia spins, puts it up, can't get it to go. Schulte takes it, it's blocked. Robinson with it. Robinson puts it up and in, and it's big dog Sam Robinson getting it on the board, and it's 1-0 Ballers. Pardon me, not Ballers, the Rebounders. Here's Dylan Seltz with it. Seltz is going to put it in and tie the game. Adjust this a little. Okay. Axel Rocha with it at the top of the key. Axel Rocha is going to back in on Bilgrave. Big height mismatch. It's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be taken over. Actually, no, it's going to remain Rebounders' ball. Axel Rocha is going to find Sam Robinson. Robinson steps out of bounds, and it's going to be taken over now by the defense. So important to note, this game with little meaning. The Rebounders are easily locked into the playoffs. The defense have already been mathematically eliminated. The other games are going to have much more playoff say as Sam Robinson takes that rebound away. Rainmakers-Atomic Threes, both of those teams sit at 2-4. The loser of that game will be mathematically eliminated from playoff competition as Schulte puts that one in, and it's a 2-1 lead for the defense early. 3 Musketeers and Ringers. Ringers, if they win, they will be in a very good position heading into the final game against the Atomic Threes, which could be for that 4th playoff spot in Week 8. And then, of course, Ballers and Crossovers. Crossovers trying to get back on track after losing for the first time ever. Dylan Seltz loses the ball. Sam Robinson's going to come up with it. Sam Robinson backs up, thinks about it. Over Bilgrave, that's not going to go. Bilgrave puts it in, and it's 3-2. Here's Axel Rocha with the ball. Rocha crosses over, back and forth. He's going to back up, bounce pass inside. Sam Robinson flicks it up. It doesn't go, and Bilgrave stuffs it home. And it's a 4-2 lead now. Here's Rocha the other way. Rocha was an all-star this season. Sam Robinson passes. It's Rocha. Rocha trying to work on Dylan Seltz. Robinson back Rocha. Now back Sam Robinson. Robinson spins, works on Bilgrave. Nice shot, but he can't get it to finish. Noah Bilgrave with the rebound. He's going to take it back to the top of the keys, guarded by Sam Robinson. Dylan Seltz with it on the right wing. Defense have looked pretty good so far. They would love to get a win for the first time since week number 1. Dylan Seltz gets to the basket, rises high, and throws it down. And it's a 5-2 game now. Here's Axel Rocha with it. Rocha trying to drive inside. Hey, Freedom. You're in store for a big day, and that's a big block by Dylan Seltz. Robinson puts it up and in, and it's 5-3. So, Marshawn, Freedom, whatever, next season you are going to have to sign up for a player because you just missed out, I think. I don't think you had subscribed to the channel yet when it first started, but definitely next season you can get a player in here. Noah Bilgrave posting up on Sam Robinson. It doesn't go. Robinson the rebound. Of course, they got to throw it back out. Nick Pochia to the basket. Big collision with Bilgrave, and the foul's going to be called. Fouls are essentially meaningless in this, but they'll be called occasionally. Here's Nick Pochia with it. Pochia is going to be guarded by Schulte. Schulte working on him. He's going to pass out to the right corner. That is Axel Rocha. Rocha's going to cross over back and forth on Dylan Seltz. Rocha trying to work it inside. Now a pass to Sam Robinson. Robinson trying to work on Noah Bilgrave. Great post defense, but Robinson's still able to sink it, and it's 5-4. So for those just tuning in, upcoming schedule for the channel, Virtual Racing Championship. My perspective will be out tonight at 7. It'll be live. Then tomorrow, hopefully, we'll have the Virtual Racing Championship, the official replay out. Either Monday or Tuesday, I'll be doing my Q&A thing, so if you haven't put a question in there, make sure to. Then next weekend, what we can expect, not that much. Progressive Cup Series race will be the main thing, and probably some NBA, but that's about all. Meanwhile, it's getting a little hectic on the court. Drew Schulte's now double-teamed by Pochia and Rocha. Bilgrave now gets himself into the mix, and he's going to lay it up and in, and the defense up 6-4. And as we said, the defense have not won a game since week number 1. Rebounders have not lost in a while. They lost back in week 4 to the Ringers. Sam Robinson with it. Big Dog had a 16-point, 13 rebound game back in week 5. Rocha can't finish. Dylan Seltz the rebound. Spinner from Seltz. That's not going to go. Sam Robinson corrals the miss. Robinson, guarded by Bilgrave, finds Pochia. Pochia back Robinson, left wing. Axel Rocha, who's attempted the most two-pointers in the league this year, but very rarely will you see these guys tee off from long range. Rocha puts it up and in. This is a lot of old-fashioned basketball in this league. These guys really just try to work inside. As Seltz stripped, Pochia wide open, somehow misses, but Robinson's right there. He can't get it to go. Bilgrave the rebound, and he kicks it out, Dylan Seltz. Seltz back to Bilgrave in the corner. Bilgrave fires Schulte. Oh, and what a slam by Drew Schulte! And Pochia ends up getting called for a foul. Oh, what a dunk by Drew Schulte, who just LeBron James looked like LeBron there. Wow, and Pochia... Wow, Pochia is lucky he did not really hurt himself there. Watch Pochia's leg here. Wow, he ended up slamming his leg into the post. Very lucky he didn't twist an ankle. But meanwhile, watch this charge by Schulte to the basket. Somehow nobody was near him. And Drew Schulte with a big slam looking to ignite the defense. And the Rebounders, as we said, are the top team in the league. The defense are the worst. So they don't want to lose this and lose their #1 seeding. There's Rocha. There's a pass back out, Drew Schulte. Schulte inside. Bilgrave tries to throw it down, misses the dunk, but he's going to put it in on the little floater off the basket. And it's 8-6 now, the defense lead. Axel Rocha back the other way here for the Rebounders. Remember, the Rebounders beat the unbeaten Crossovers. You might not remember, it was almost 3 months ago the last time we had some games uploaded. As Rocha hits in the corner, showing off his long-distance power. That was almost from beyond the arc, and it's 8-7. Dylan Seltz with the ball. Seltz working, and he's going to step out of bounds. Remember, first team to 21 wins, as always. And if it's less, you got to win by 2. Axel Rocha working on Dylan Seltz. Both of them were in the All-Star game. In fact, they were the 2 point guards in the All-Star game. Rocha is going to find Pochia. Pochia lays it up gracefully, takes another hard fall. He's a little slow to get up. Drew Schulte is going to try a long-distance shot and hits. We rarely see the 2-pointer, and that time Drew Schulte nails it, and it's 10-7. The defense on top, looking to pull off a major upset. Axel Rocha with it. Rocha's going to find Sam Robinson. Robinson pumps. That matchup between Robinson and Bilgrave has been great so far, and Bilgrave is going to force Sam Robinson out of bounds. Here come the defense. So after this one, it'll be the Rainmakers and Atomic Threes. Loser of that game is mathematically eliminated from playoff contention. Defense already have been, but they want to try to build some momentum heading into next season. As Bilgrave puts it up, can't get it to go, Roach to the rebound. So we're going to get the 3-man basketball league season done probably by like early April, and then we'll go back to the Shetty Basketball League, and then a new season of 3-man basketball. We're going to alternate between those two as just a little extra on this channel every couple weeks. Schulte misses like 20 times under the basket. Sam Robinson with it. Sam Robinson is guarded by Bilgrave. Finds Axel Rocha. Robinson sets the screen. Rocha double teamed, but he can't hit. Noah Bilgrave with the rebound. He's going to scamper it out past the red line, and now back into it come the defense. Noah Bilgrave with it. He flips Schulte. Schulte working on Pochia. He's going to back in. Now back Bilgrave. Bilgrave, jumper, no good. Rebound is going to be corralled by Axel Rocha. Rocha backs up. What a nasty crossover there on Dylan Seltz. Sam Robinson can't get that one to go. A lot of missed shots here. 10-7 remains the score. Seltz is going to find Noah Bilgrave. Bilgrave trying to post up Robinson. The 2 big guys working hard. Bilgrave, no good. Rebound Schulte. Schulte and Pochia matching up tight. Schulte's going to pressure him. Drew Schulte kicks Seltz in the corner. Dylan Seltz almost loses the ball, gets it back. Now he does lose the ball. And actually they do have to take it back there. Pochia ends up with it. Pochia finds Rocha. Rocha puts it in and finally ends the scoring drought. So it's 10-8, the score. Here comes Drew Schulte the other way. Schulte kicks Seltz. Seltz, oh, what a split of the double. And he can't hit Pochia with the rebound. Pochia kicks in the deep left corner. That's Rocha matching up with Seltz pretty well. Pochia out on the wing. Now he drives towards the paint. Covered tightly by Schulte. Trying to put that one up, and that's going to be like an over-the-back foul on Schulte, so rebounders will get another opportunity. As we've said, the number of fouls you have doesn't really matter. What matters just is that the only thing is that this team gets a second opportunity with the ball. Pochia is going to find Robinson, who drives to the back, throws it down. Sam Robinson trying to ignite the rebounders, and they've gotten it back within a single point. Meanwhile, Dylan Seltz trying to get something going for the defense, who have now been held scoreless for almost 3 minutes. Seltz finds Bilgrave. Bilgrave stripped. Rocha comes up with it in the corner. Flips Robinson. Robinson to the basket. Ties it up. This is why the rebounders are so successful. You get these little runs where Sam Robinson just ignites and goes for 4 or 5 quick points in a row. He's done it so many times. Dylan Seltz misses the off-balance layup, and now the rebounders have a chance to gain that lead back. As we've said, they do not want to lose this game to the worst team in the league. That would be awful momentum to have heading into just the last game of the season and then the playoffs. And playing a tough team in the Ballers in that last game, which could be meaningful when it's all said and done. They might end up playing the Ballers back-to-back weeks the way things work out. Dylan Seltz is going to lay it up. That one's not going to go. Sam Robinson the rebound. So we remain deadlocked at 10. Robinson back. Axel Rocha. Rocha spins on Seltz. Makes a move. Oh, what a block. And Schulte's going to throw it down. The defense now lead 11-10. Here comes Axel Rocha. Axel Rocha, guarded by Seltz. Rocha inside. Robinson puts it up. No good. Gets his own rebound. He can't hit again. Great rebounding from the defense as here's Drew Schulte with the ball. And Seltz can't hit. Pochia. There's Robinson. Sam Robinson can't hit. Rebound taken in. Remain 4. Ball on the left wing. A nice screen set. As he teeters into the paint. Sam Robinson all over him. Shot up. No good. Sam Robinson is going to corral the miss. As we said back in week 5, Sam Robinson had 16 points and 13 rebounds. Pochia can't hit. Dylan Seltz the rebound. Dylan Seltz is going to take it back. Worst versus first in this game. Seltz breaks some ankles of Axel Rocha. Can't hit. Gets his own rebound. Robinson puts it up, 11 the score. Here comes Dylan Seltz, the under, but it's all about getting right inside, as we see right there is Belgrade's second victory of the season. Rocha kicks inside. Big dog, Sam Robinson can't hit. Number 21, this big man with the rebound. Here comes Dylan Seltz the other way. Dylan Seltz is going to back inside. Seltz lays it up. No good. Rebound by Axel Rocha. Rocha, although he is one of the shortest players in the league, he does have the ability to get some rebounds. Rocha inside. Sam Robinson can't hit. Dylan Seltz the rebound. Now back Drew Schulte. Schulte back. Pretty long game we've got going on so far. Not much scoring. We've seen a big defensive effort from both of these guys. Schulte spins. Pumps, puts it up. That's short. Sam Robinson the rebound. Rocha with it. Sam Robinson on the right wing, guarded by Noah Bilgrave. Flips it inside. Rocha. Now back Robinson. Back to Pochia, top of the key. Sam Robinson's got an easy path to the basket, but now Seltz meets him, and that's going to be a horrible pass. It goes out of bounds. Yep, good defense does make a good team, and the one thing, I mean, you can say that about these playing defense today, but at the same time, they are sitting 1-5 on the season. And defense hasn't really been their cup of tea all season. Just really trying to step up to the challenge, I guess. As Schulte makes a nice move, but he can't hit. Rocha the rebound, and another long scoring drought for both of these teams. Rocha puts it up. Oh, and he just can't get it to go. Through Schulte the rebound, he'll take it back. Defense reset. Schulte back to Bilgrave. Oh, and he's going to step out of bounds and change in hands. The rebounders take over, trailing by 2. Axel Rocha with it. Getting inside on Seltz. Out to Pochia, thought about a 2-pointer, decided better of it as defense was on its way. Sam Robinson. Guarded by Bilgrave. He's matching up tightly here. He passes inside now. Pochia pumps. Oh, now he's kind of stuck. He's got to avoid the 3 seconds, but he does put it up with the nice movement in the hook shot, and it remains a 1-point game now. Dylan Seltz, not a foul, stupid, but out of bounds, and now the rebounders take over with a chance to tie the game. 5-1, tied for the best record in the league with the Crossovers, and since they beat the Crossovers, they now hold the number 1 seed. Only loss came a few weeks back to the Ringers, and a foul's going to be called. Sam Robinson likes the call. It's on Bilgrave, his second. Here's Robinson with it. Screen set there by Pochia. Now another foul. This time it's going to be on Schulte. It's just a barrage of fouls right now. And this is probably one of the most defensive games we have seen, I'd say, ever here in the 3-man basketball league. Throwing it behind his head. Oh, what a pass. And Rocha hits. Oh, man, we gotta pause this for a second and look at that replay. Watch Nick Pochia. He's going to throw it over his head to a wide-open Rocha. What a great pass there, and we are tied at 13. Bilgrave is going to work on Sam Robinson here. Trying to post him up. Lays it up. Can't get it to go. He puts up the rebound. He can't hit there either. Axel Rocha comes out of the skirmish with the ball. Rebounders with a chance to take advantage here of the defense who are struggling. Axel Rocha's not. He hits his second straight bucket. It's 14-13. Quick look at the statistics. 7 points, 13 rebounds from Big Sam. Axel Rocha's looked pretty solid today, as has Pochia, but Pochia just has a single point. 5 points for Drew Schulte and 7 boards. And look at the rebound numbers. 24 rebounds on the defense, and altogether I'd say 22 on the other side for the rebounders. Schulte's going to put it up and in, and we're tied at 14. Here's Axel Rocha. Guarded by Seltz. Rocha pumps, puts it up, and gets it to go. Axel Rocha starting to really heat up. He's had a lot of late game surges, trying to do it again. Bilgrave somehow misses that one. Pochia gets up there for the rebound. Here comes Pochia. Step back is good. The rebounder on fire. It's 16-14 now. 5 points from a victory and a 6-1 record heading into the regular season finale. Seltz can't get it to go. Pochia the rebound. He's going to back up here to the top of the key. Pochia passes Sam Robinson. Sam Robinson thinks about it. Now it's going to be back. Pochia spins. He's guarded by Bilgrave. Lead 17-14. Here's Dylan Seltz with it. Seltz is going to try a spin move of his own, but a little too much mustard on the shot. Rocha passes back to Sam Robinson. Big Sam working on Bilgrave. Backing in. Oh, what a move, but he's going to feed it back out to Pochia now. Pochia back to Sam. Sam puts it up. Can't get it to go. A little too strong. Here's Dylan Seltz back with the ball. Finds Bilgrave. Bilgrave puts it up. Too strong. Over his head and into the hands of Axel Rocha. 17-14. 4 points away from 6-1 for the rebounders. Robinson finds Pochia. Pochia pushed out of bounds. And it's going to be changing hands. Now the ball taken over by the defense. Seltz, a long jumper. Not going to go. Pochia the rebound. Kicks out Rocha. Rocha finds Pochia. Pochia trying to work. Finds Robinson, and Robinson stuffs it, and I think the rebounders are starting to pull away here. They have coughed up a couple late leads this season, but they are up 4 now. And almost losing the ball there is Seltz. It looks like the magic the defense had at the beginning of this game. Almost looks like one of those NCAA tournament games where, you know, the upset team starts looking really good and then they just fall apart. Next thing you know, they're trailing big time. Pochia, oh, what a swat by Schulte. But unfortunately, Sam Robinson was right in the destination of that ball. Robinson can't get it to go. Gets his own rebound. Can't get that one to go. Dylan Seltz with it. I think this is when they start chucking up those twos. We've seen Schulte hit one already today. Schulte and Seltz can both hit from long range. That one's not going to go. Pochia the rebound. Now just 3 points away from a victory for the rebounders. What a move. And what a shot from Nick Pochia, and it's 19-14. A 2 would now win it for the rebounders, but I think they're probably going to just go for the 2 safe ones. Seltz backs up. Can't hit. Seltz is just completely ice cold today. Axel Rocha. Rocha. Triple teamed, and now Schulte comes up with the ball. Drew Schulte with it. Kicks Dylan Seltz. I think this is when, however, 2-pointers should come into play for the defense. Another miss, and Schulte can't get it to go either. Robinson backs up and takes it back. Rocha tries to set a screen, and he does, and Robinson! Oh, what a slam on Drew Schulte! Watch this posterizer! What a dunk on Schulte by Sam Robinson! Schulte nearly took a huge tumble there. 20-14, and now just 1 point away from 6-1 heading into the season finale against the Ballers for the rebounders. And the defense would fall to 1-6 and clinch the #1 pick in the draft. As a dunk there by Seltz, trying to energize this team a little, but still down 5. One last chance. Robinson backs up. That one a little off. Schulte the rebound. Schulte kicks Bilgrave. Now you got to start attempting 2s here. I don't think that's where they're going for, though. And I don't know why they have Bilgrave playing back there. Awful pass. It's going to go out of bounds, but it will remain defense ball. Last touch, Sam Robinson. We keep moving. Dylan Seltz. Seltz trying to work on Rocha. Finds Bilgrave. Bilgrave. Oh, what a move by Bilgrave. 20-16. Rocha crosses over. Swatted away. He's going to get it back, though. Working on Seltz. Rocha trying to work on Seltz. Can he finish it off? Finds Sam. Off the side of the backboard. Doesn't go. Seltz the rebound. Now it's Noah Bilgrave with it. Bilgrave puts it up. He can't hit. Sam Robinson with it. Still not over here. A long game between the rebounders and the defense. Pochia. Oh, wow. Crossover on Schulte. Rocha for the win. Still no cigar. Nobody can score. Let's see now. Can the defense get something going? Bilgrave can't hit. Pochia the rebound. Rebounders will try it once again to try to win this thing once and for all. Pochia. Robinson. Robinson. No good. Bilgrave the rebound. Still opportunities. Bilgrave. What a spin move, but he's double teamed. Schulte with it now. Schulte puts it up. No good. Nobody can make anything. It's like they just put a lid on the basket. Pochia trying to finish this off. He's made a lot of clutch shots this season. Robinson, oh, what a block by Schulte. Oh, my goodness. Dylan Seltz to Bilgrave in the corner. And now out of bounds, and the defense lose possession. Rebounders take over. Rocha posting up Seltz. Spins. No. Robinson. Ball game. Rebounders finally finish it off. 21-16. The final score in this one. What a game. So we'll have another one coming up soon. We'll take a quick look at the statistics. 21 rebounds. That is a league record for Sam Robinson. An assist, a steal, 7 and 8. How about this? What a game from some of these guys in the rebounding numbers. So we're going to take a quick pause. Just stay on the stream if you're watching. We'll be back in about 2 minutes. And here's Martinsville Speedway if you were interested. So we'll be back in like 2 minutes. So for the next game.
So we have what I think are the nicest seats we ever had. I just bought them. I put
Oh,
them
really?
on my credit card. It's the Excelsior level, row 1, seats 1 and 2, all the way down the left field line. You know where they have the championship thing?
That's cool.
Next to the big glass restaurant.
Yeah.
So we're on we're the first 2 seats in the first row. Nobody in front of us.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So we also have access into that Portrait Club.
Oh,
That's
okay.
that glass restaurant. It's $30 a person, but it's unlimited food. So you got to make reservations.
Yeah,
Now,
so listen, we'll have to think about that. I can't decide on that right now.
well, I could make the reservations and then cancel it because you got to make reservations you don't get in
Okay.
because it's a table. So
Yeah, we'll think about it. I don't know. I might still want to go to the Foxwoods
you
Club.
could and just eat there.
Yeah, I don't know if I want reservations and going through all that. I don't know.
All right. Well, but these are nice seats. So if you look at the 3D
I'll look
image
at the
viewer on
3D
your
thing
phone,
tonight,
like
yeah.
you on the website, so yeah, they're nice seats. So, all right, so yeah, so it's the very first row. So 2018 gate times, they open 2 hours before first pitch.
Oh, they did?
So we can get in at 10 after 11. I'd rather get there early instead of fighting traffic and
I
just
know.
get into the parking lot. So I think
Yeah.
we're going to leave at 10 o'clock.
Okay, 10 o'clock?
So that way we're not getting up crack of dawn, but we have breakfast.
Yes.
And then we go, and it's a leisurely ride through Brooklyn and Queens. And then, we'll go like the way we go to the Barclays Center, up the BQE, and then we'll just go that way.
Okay.
So, all right. All right.
All right, for those of you right here, we are 3 minutes away from next game time. Hi, Exploder. Okay, be right back. All right, so we will be right back in about 2 minutes as well for the start of the next game. All right, game number 2 about to get started here. Quick spoiler. Progressive Cup Series. Okay. Game number 2 about to get underway. It will be between the Rainmakers and the Atomic Threes. The Atomic Threes started the season 0-4 and now find themselves not too far into the playoffs. Just a game behind the Ringers. But the loser of this game will be mathematically eliminated. Probably the best player in the league, big fella, Brandon Cox, plays on this Rainmakers team. We'll see how they do in this one, as we'll just get these rosters set. And, of course, the Atomic Threes were in the midst of a trade where they sent away their best player, Zachary Middleton, over to the Ballers in acquisition of Kyle Banks, which was an interesting move, but it has actually panned out for them, shockingly. As we just finish this off, let's just get Kyle Banks. And then finally, last two, big fella Brandon Cox, and against one of the more underrated players in the league, but still strong, Ryan Wheeler. This could get interesting. This might be the last game also we do today, just because of time constraints, so we will probably have more within maybe even tomorrow. So definitely, I can guarantee you that we're going to have this first week, this 7th week wrapped up by the end of the weekend. And then the 8th week probably in 2 weekends. And then we'll have the playoffs in a couple weeks after that. So we're shaping up around April 15th for the championship, which will be a big deal. So let's just make sure we switch this before we get started. As there is the Rainmakers, Nick Hill, Carson Farrell, Brandon Cox. Rainmakers coming off of a 21-19 loss to the Ballers. The Atomic Threes defeated the Three Musketeers in extra time, 25-23. We're about to get started here, and we're underway. Augie Hines, the two blue Mohawks, squaring off Hines and Hill. And it's going to be Augie Hines with the first point of the game, and it's 1-0. Here come the Rainmakers. How will Big Fella get involved? Big Fella was relatively quiet in their last game, only 5 points. And we are tied at 1. How about that? Right back the other way came Nick Hill, so each of the Blue Hawks getting it in it. Now it's Hines' turn. This time he's going to find Ryan Wheeler, who slams it down on Cox. And it's 2-1. The pace pretty rampant right now. Rainmakers still the only team to not have made a 2-pointer this season, as that's going to be obviously goaltending there on Ryan Wheeler. So we are tied at 2. Augie Hines finds Wheeler. Wheeler trying to dunk it, but Big Fella was right there to snuff that one out. So yeah, as I was saying, the Rainmakers, the only team in the league who have not made a 2-pointer ever before. They would love to break that stretch, as Big Fella puts it in and makes it 3-2. Here comes Augie Hines. Augie Hines guarded by Big Fella. Now out to Kyle Banks. Kyle Banks, the mid-season acquisition from the Ballers for Zachary Middleton. And both are actually doing pretty darn well in their new homes. Each leading their respective teams in scoring at least once since making the switch. And now we are tied at 3. Here's Nick Hill. Nick Hill to Big Fella getting in it. Wow, you saw how far away he jumped from and he was still able to get it. He's big, but he's also very athletic. And it's 4-3 now. Kyle Banks finds Hines. Hey, Exploder, welcome back. Augie Hines backing in. Spin move. Shot is good, and we're tied at 4. This is so far, it's the polar opposite of the last game. The last game was, I think, time-wise, the second longest game we've ever had, and it didn't go to extra time, which was kind of weird, because everybody just kept missing. Here, everybody just keeps making. Now, Carson Farrell getting in on the fun, and it's 5-4. Rainmakers lead. Remember, Exploder, if you just joined us, the loser of this game is eliminated from playoff contention just one more week after this, with the Rainmakers facing the defense, and the Atomic Threes facing the Ringers. So both will have pretty easy tests coming up. Not any of the real big championship contenders. But the loser eliminated from playoff contention. Cox puts it up. Can't get it to go. A foul's going to be called. Guilty party is Kyle Banks, the former player of the Ballers, who was involved so far in the only trade ever in three-man basketball league history. Farrell! He has the ability to hit from long range, and he hits there almost a two-pointer, and it's 6-4. So far in Week 7, only one two-pointer. It was Drew Schulte, as we saw about 20 minutes ago in the first game. Carson Farrell drives, can't get it to go. Kyle Banks with the rebound. Kyle Banks with the ball. Bounce pass inside. It's Ryan Wheeler. Wheeler backs up. Fader banks it home, and it's 6-5. Ryan Wheeler, pretty athletic for a small man, and you see him and Banks kind of switching off. Banks is the one trying to cover Big Fella here. As Farrell slips past all the defense, they all end up tumbling, and Carson Farrell starting to heat up, and it's 7-5. Farrell has helped lead the way in 2 of the last 3 games in scoring for the Rainmakers. Banks finds Augie Hines. Hines trying to spin on Farrell. Pardon me, on Nick Hill. And Banks is going to be forced out of bounds, and the Rainmakers will take possession. Here's Nick Hill with it. Hill on Hines. Hill works on him, can't get it to go. Rebound, still can't get it to go, and Kyle Banks is going to come out of the scrum with the rebound. Banks trying to cross over on Big Fella. Banks over Big Fella. That's not going to go. Big Fella with the rebound, kicks it out. Hill. Hill decides against a 2. Now Farrell with it. Farrell, oh, what a spin move. Puts it up and finishes. Carson Farrell going off. And the Rainmakers now have extended their lead to 3. It's now 8-5. Augie Hines to Kyle Banks. Kyle Banks. Banks back to Wheeler. Wheeler loses the ball. It's going to go out of bounds. Rainmakers ball. A couple of costly possessions in a row for this Atomic Threes team. That one stripped. Hines with it. Tipped in the air. Now Big Fella somehow comes out of that with the ball. And now it's Carson Farrell. Farrell trying to score 5 straight for the Rainmakers. Can't hit. Here's Kyle Banks with it. Banks back to Hines. Augie Hines steps into one. Too strong. Farrell the rebound. Not really his range. Hines likes being close to the basket. Here's Big Fella. Bounce pass inside. Hill trying to work. Can't get it to go. Hill the rebound and puts it in. 9-5. Hines tries a long one. No! And oh, what a slam by Ryan Wheeler! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Wow, and I didn't think... Do you see from how far? Look how far out Wheeler started jumping. I didn't think he had enough momentum to carry himself to the basket, and he was getting grabbed by Big Fella, and somehow Ryan Wheeler still gets this one down, and that was vicious, and he had a clean landing. My goodness. Yeah, that looks like something MJ would do. 9-6, now the score. That might help it energize and shift some momentum over to the side of the Atomic Threes. Hill can't hit, Hines the rebound, and they'll try to start a little run here. They might try to get the ball into the hands of Ryan Wheeler, who's been strong in a lot of their games. Hines can't finish at the basket. Big fella corrals the miss. Wheeler has the record. Remember, he had 27 rebounds in that game against the Three Musketeers, along with 10 points. Carson Farrell inside. Cox puts it up and in. He got whacked there, but no call. Augie Hines can't hit. Wheeler the rebound. Wheeler can't hit, and here's Big Fella. You're going to expect the rebounds, though, to get shut down. Chris Skinlert and then to Big Fella is a big switch. Hill trying to work on Hines. Big Fella actually getting covered pretty well by Kyle Banks. Just as I say that, Big Fella gets a pretty nice shot opportunity, but he can't hit. Hines, oh, what a move, splitting the double, and it's 10-7 now. Nick Hill loses the ball, somehow gets it back, throws it underhanded, can't get it to go. Hines the rebound, Farrell just like hopped like a kangaroo. I don't know what that move was, but anyway, here's Augie Hines. Hines back to Ryan Wheeler. Wheeler out on the wing. Wheeler hit a couple two-pointers in a couple games ago. Kyle Banks is going to be fouled by Brandon Cox, and they'll bring it back up. So after this is Three Musketeers-Ringers, and the final game will not be today. It will be tomorrow between the Ballers and Crossovers. Wheeler, hook shot, is good. It's 10-8. So we'll have 3 of the Week 7 games today, and the final one, the big one, 5-1 against 4-2, that will be tomorrow. Flipping it over his head to Farrell. Farrell buries it. Carson Farrell's been on fire. I think that's at least 5, maybe 6 points for number 46. As that one's going to go, a nice shot there from Hines, and it's 11-9. His blue Mohawk counterpart, Nick Hill, trying to square up on him. Hill passes Big Fella. Big Fella's got to get in the action a little more. Can't get that one to go. Banks the rebound. Hines with it. They can cut it to a single point here after it was up to as many as 4. And they do! Kyle Banks with the slam, and it's 11-10. Nick Hill shot is good. 12-10. This game moving so much faster than the last one. The last one was gruelingly long. Kyle Banks thinks about a 2-pointer, decides better with it. Not that great from long range this season. Just 1 of 5, so that's a 20%. Ryan Wheeler. Inside, that's Banks. Banks posting up on Farrell, using him up, but he can't hit. Big Fella crashes the boards. Here's Nick Hill. Hill guarded by Hines. Stripped. Banks can't get it to go. Big Fella the rebound. Big Fella finds Nick Hill. Nick Hill finds Big Fella. Here's Farrell. Farrell. Blocked. Cox is going to come up with it. And for some reason, he just tried to throw it up while he was falling out of bounds. And it's going to be taken over by the Atomic Threes. Not a smart play there. Both teams have gone a little cold over the last, I'd say, about a minute. Kyle Banks trying to work on Farrell. Spins. Layup no good. Wheeler the rebound. Oh, what a sensational swat by Big Fella. Here's Augie Hines. Kyle Banks with it at the top of the key. Hines wide open, but now Big Fella's going to meet him. Banks and Hill, that's a mismatch. They'll try to get in there, but Big Fella takes it and puts it in. And now the Rainmakers lead by 3. Augie Hines with it. Hines. Oh, another nice slam. This time Kyle Banks getting in there. 13-11. Nick Hill finds Carson Farrell. Atomic Threes just have to try to keep this thing close, and then hopefully they can get involved late and continue on this winning streak and head into that game next week. A winnable game against the Ringers with a chance at the final spot in the playoffs. The Crossovers can officially The Crossovers and Rebounders have now both officially clinched their spots in the playoffs. The Ballers are not necessarily safe, and if they lose the next 2 weeks, they could be 4-4, and depending on how the Ringers come out, and if one of these teams wins both games, it could be close. We'll have to figure out all the playoff clinching scenarios before Week 8 begins. Big fella. Oh, what a slam! Brandon Cox. That is 14-12. Augie Hines finds Kyle Banks. Yep, good defense indeed, Freedom. Augie Hines. Oh, what a move! And he gets it in, and it's a 1-point game. Atomic Threes are not going away just yet. We thought this would be a tough matchup against the Rainmakers, especially with Big Fella, but a good matchup at the point guard. But you know, Big Fella's not been as strong as he has been in the past. Really, since the All-Star break, he has really taken a step back after dominating the first few weeks of this league. But this time, he is able to rattle that one home, and it's 15-13 the score. Hines crosses over, feeds Kyle Banks. Banks spins, fader is good off the glass. It's 15-14. Here's Nick Hill. Hill jumper. He splashes it. Both teams shooting very well from the field. It's now 16-14. Augie Hines. Hines finds Banks under the basket. That's blocked by Big Fella. Wow, what a far bounce that took. Brandon Cox, Big Fella recovers. Now it's Carson Farrell. Farrell, the fader, is good. Rainmakers up by 3, and now they're 4 points away from eliminating the Atomic Threes and getting it down to just 6 teams in mathematical contention. Nick Hill goes down hard after Hines crossed him up. Banks throws it down. 17-15. Here's Nick Hill with it. Hill's going to find Cox. Cox is guarded by Banks. Puts it up. No good. Rebound Ryan Wheeler. Wheeler back to Hines. Hines puts it up. No good. Cox the rebound. That was a big opportunity to blow there. Carson Farrell finds Cox. Almost loses the dribble. Almost loses it again. And now he's going to step out of bounds. The Atomic Threes take over. Augie Hines steps back. Long jumper is good, and it's 17-16. Here's Nick Hill. Hill puts it up. No good. Rebound Augie Hines. Hines is going to kick it back to Kyle Banks. Kyle Banks working on Cox. Augie Hines with the ball. Crosses over, puts it up, and gets it to go, and we're tied. Both blue mohawked men both go to the ground there. And we're tied at 17. Loses the ball. Hines with it. It's a lead for the Atomic Threes, 18-17. My goodness, and Augie Hines, now with 6 points, a couple of steals. My goodness, it's getting crazy here. What a game we've seen so far. And actually, no, that's 9 points for Augie Hines, and he's shooting over 50%. Nick Hill, now the Rainmakers in trouble. Loser of this game, out of playoff contention. Hill misses, gets his own rebound. Every shot is key here. Hill hits, we're tied at 18. Could we end up in extra time? We've seen multiple games go to extra time the last 2 weeks. Maybe the game of the year, we had that wild 26-24 game between the Atomic Threes and defense, but I guess we could argue this better because it does have much more meaning. Carson Farrell, guarded by Wheeler, lays it up, can't get it to go. Ryan Wheeler the rebound. Wheeler's going to drop back, guarded by Carson Farrell. Back to Kyle Banks. Banks is guarded. Carson by Brandon Cox. Wheeler trying to post up on Farrell. Lays it up and in. 19-18. The Atomic Threes started the season 0-4 with some bad losses, losing by at least 4 points in 3 of the 4 games, which in this league is a pretty sizable loss, but have turned it around and now have a chance to head into the final week in playoff contention, but not if Big Fella and the Rainmakers can say something about it. Hill lays it up. No good. Cox the rebound. We're tied at 19. So to prevent extra time, one team has to score 2 points in a row right here. Hines can't get that one to go. Farrell the rebound. A 2-pointer would win the game for either side, but the question is, would they want to take it and put themselves at risk of the team doing the same thing, or do they just go for the smart shot for now? Farrell steps out of bounds. Atomic Threes take over. Here's Augie Hines. Hines, Hill. What a matchup. And Hines steps out of bounds. Another turnover. Now the Rainmakers take over. This is getting crazy. Right inside to Cox, who puts it in. 20-19 Rainmakers. 1 point away from heading into Week 8 with a chance at the playoffs. Augie Hines finds Wheeler. Wheeler guarded by Farrell. This is some of the best defense we've seen all season right here. Hines, they don't want to allow any scoring. Look at this double team. Wheeler's not really a threat from long range. Hines sets a big screen. Wheeler flips inside. Oh, what a block by Hill. Puts it up and in. And the Rainmakers win it. 21-19. Are you kidding me? What a finish. The Rainmakers. We got to watch a replay of what just took place. First of all, that was Nick Hill just had the game-saving play of the season. Watch him block that off the backboard, somehow get this rebound and just a little put in, and it's 21-19 the final. So the Rainmakers 3-4 will head in mathematically eligible for the postseason. It is still possible for them. So we'll just look at the statistics, and then I've got to just write down these statistics, and then we'll get into the next game, the final game of the day. So Brandon Cox, pretty good from him. 8 points, 10 boards, 2 assists, a steal, and how about 4 blocks? That's why he's here. The 1 turnover, and shot pretty well from the field, 8 of 12. Moving down to Nick Hill. Nick Hill, the game-saving play. 7 points, 4 boards, 6 assists. Maybe his only block of the season, but the biggest block of the season so far. 3 turnovers, and 7 of 15 from the field. And finally, Carson Farrell. Carson Farrell with 6 points, 6 boards, and that was about it. And shot pretty well from the field. Couple turnovers, 6 and 10 from the field. On the other side, I mean, it was a good effort, and coming back from 0-4 to still have a chance this late in the season was pretty impressive from these Atomic Threes, but the magic runs out here with a 21-19 loss as Augie Hines with 9 points, 4 boards, 4 assists, 2 steals. Very impressive. Whoever can claim him next year, if he stays here, I mean, he is going to be definitely versatile next season. Ryan Wheeler, don't worry, everyone. We are almost finished with this, and then we will move on to game number 3, the final game of the day. 5 points, 6 boards, 1 assist, 1 block, 1 turnover, 5 of 7 from the field from Wheeler, including a big putback slam. And speaking of slams, Kyle Banks. These two together make a very good slamming duo. I'm telling you, this Atomic Threes team got off to a terrible start, maybe because of the schedule. First 4 games were against the 4 teams right now that are in the playoffs. So hopefully they can turn it around next season. So we will be back in 1 minute for the 3rd and final game of the day between the 3 Musketeers and the Ringers. 3 Musketeers could be eliminated from playoff contention with a loss. The Ringers, if they lose, it's going to get crazy between the 3 Musketeers, Ringers, and Rainmakers next week. We'll be back in 1 minute for the start. All right, here we go, guys. Final game. Spoiler, spoiler, spoiler. Okay. All right, so the final game of the day will be between the Three Musketeers, who also had a rough start to the season. 0-3 at the start of the season before starting to get on a stretch, and they now sit pretty decent at 2-4, facing these 3-3 Ringers. Expect Fisher G to be a factor in this one, facing the Ringers, led by a combined effort of Shane Ty, Tyler Foley, and Jeff Hayward. AC Smooth, Fisher G, and then Skinler will be the three on the floor for the Three Musketeers. Don't think these teams have matched up this season. I'll give that a check in a minute. So this is the final game of the day, and tomorrow we'll be live with the big game of the week, the Ballers and the Crossovers. So let me just see, have they played each other yet this season? I don't think so. Let's just see, Three Musketeers. No, first time matching up this season between the Three Musketeers and the Ringers. Ringers won 22-20 in extra time in the last one. Three Musketeers came up short in extra time, losing 25-23 to the Atomic Threes in their last game. In that last game, that was a victory for the Ringers to get to 3-3. They were led by Tyler Foley with 9 points, and he hit a couple from long range. So here we go. Final game of the day. G gives it to Ty, and we're underway. As you see, the shadows getting a little darker here on the court. That means the sunlight will be nearly gone. As Shane Ty hits, and we're underway in the third game of the day. Here's Fisher G with it. G inside. Skinler, what a slam. Oh man, Chris Skinler just threw it down hard on Jeff Hayward, and we're tied at 1. Shane Ty trying to get it back the other way going. Jeff Hayward kicks Foley. Foley has been really hot these last few games. Foley lays it up. Can't get it to go. Foul is going to be called. AC Smooth, the guilty culprit. His brother Hippo plays on the Ballers. So remember the scenarios. If the Ringers win, they'll be 4-3. And it looks like unless a Rainmakers win and a Ringers loss next week, they would have that final spot. And a win for the Ringers in this one would eliminate the Three Musketeers. If the Three Musketeers were to win, we'd have 3 teams at 3-4, and then I don't even know how the scenarios would all work. It would just be absolutely insane between the Rainmakers, Ringers, and Three Musketeers. And especially if the Ballers lose, too, today, it could get very close. Fisher G fouled in the act of shooting by Shane Ty. 2-1 your score right now. Fisher G working inside. Nice defense here from Shane Ty. G puts it up. Bad pass. Foley throws it off the side of the backboard. Bounces around into another pair of hands. Skinler's going to be the one to rattle it home, and we're tied at 2. Shane Ty with it. Shane Ty finds Hayward. Hayward puts it in, and it's a 3-2 game. Hey, Annie Bar. I saw your message that you will most likely be racing in the Virtual Racing Championship race tonight. And you know, this stream will be over, and we'll be only about an hour and a half away from that. So it's going to get interesting. So it is now a 3-3 game here in the 3-man basketball league. Shane Ty with it. Shane Ty. Hayward throws it down hard with the left hand. Hayward, a lefty here, one of the only lefties in the league, able to throw it down hard, and the Ringers lead 4-3. Another very meaningful game. A loss by the Three Musketeers would eliminate them from playoff contention and leave it just 5 teams eligible for 4 spots heading into Week 8 in 2 weeks. Jeff Hayward throws it up, can't hit. Skinler the rebound, kicks out Fisher G. Fisher G, second in the league in deep shooting this season behind Axel Rocha. Skinler puts it up and in, and it's 5-4. Chris Skinler has really played well the last few weeks. 9 points in one game the week after, 8 more points. Fisher G in the last game had 11 points and 10 rebounds. How little 5'5" Fisher G got 10 rebounds, I'll never know. As it's 5-5 now the score, after Shane Ty got that one down. G a long jumper. That one no good off the back iron. Rebound by Foley. Shane Ty almost trapped in the corner by Fisher G. Thinks about two, decides better of it. Foley hit a pair of shots from the great beyond in the last game for the Ringers. He hooks that one up and in, and it's 6-5. Here is Fisher G. Fisher G is going to find Skindler. Skindler is going to spin. Finds G relatively open. Now Hayward all over him. G can't get that one to go. It's been very exciting so far. Another very meaningful game with the Three Musketeers at risk of being eliminated from playoff contention. Foley a fader. That's good, and it's 7-5. Remember, the rumors swirled that Fisher G was going to get traded from the Three Musketeers when they were just 1-3. But then he said that this is the place he wanted to play, and he felt that there was still a chance for this team. And you know what? There probably is, the way that they've been playing. However, though, Shane Ty puts that in, and it makes it a 3-point game as they near the halfway mark in this one. Fisher G, a long jumper. He nails it. That's when Fisher G is impressive. Hands in his face, the little guy can still do it. 8-6 now the score. Still just 1 2-pointer here in Week 7. It was by Drew Schulte in the first game of 3 today. Hayward almost loses it. He does. He's out of bounds. Here is AC Smooth. He is least in scoring this season in the entire three-man basketball league as Ty hits. AC Smooth is averaging less than 2 points a game, lowest in the entire league. Fisher G. Fisher G finds Skindler. Skindler lays it up. No good. He gets his own rebound and he puts it in. And it's 9-7. Shane Ty. Shane Ty inside. Oh, what a slam by Hayward. And it's 10-7. Fisher G. Fisher G. No good. Rebound Tyler Foley. Tyler Foley. Loses the ball. Wow, who is that off of? I think it was off Fisher G. Yep, it is, and it's Ringers ball. Shane Ty working inside. Rolls it out to Tyler Foley. Foley out to Shane Ty now in the corner. Shane Ty working hard on Fisher G. Oh, what a post move, and he puts it in. Shane Ty makes it 11-7. What a game so far from the little man. 5 points, a board, 3 assists, a steal, 3 blocks, and he's made all 5 of his shots. What a game so far. It's 11-7 now. Fisher G. Spin move. Can't get it to go. Ty the rebound. Three Musketeers cannot fall too far behind. Shane Ty. Shane Ty. Oh, almost blocked by Skindler. Hayward gets the rebound. Makes a move. Can't get it to go. Great defense from Chris Skindler, the Michigan alum. Here's Fisher G. G. Working hard on Shane Ty. Works it up. Can't get it to go. Ty the rebound. Hayward with it. Jeff Hayward. Shane Ty with it. Ty working on G. That's been a great matchup to watch all the game. Tyler Foley's been very quiet. Hayward's had some big slams. Ty's had some nice crossovers. And Foley has done pretty much nothing so far. Here is Shane Ty. Long possession shaping up here for the Ringers. Fisher G takes a tumble, and Shane Ty somehow misses that. AC Smooth with the rebound. Can AC Smooth get involved in this? He's going to spin. He's going to work inside. Ty and Foley double team him. Skindler pretty open, but now he's double teamed, and he's going to get pushed out of bounds. Now Foley with it. Foley working on Smooth. Tyler Foley spins. Oh, what a move at the basket, but he can't hit Fisher G with the rebound. Fisher G, as we said, 10 rebounds for the little guy in the last game against the Atomic Threes. Crosses up Ty and puts it in, and it's 11-8. Shane Ty. And you're right, Freedom. Any defensive breakdowns are what are really going to hurt these teams. Three Musketeers had a mini breakdown for a few possessions, but have gotten it back under control. Now they got to try to get something here against this very strong Ringers defense, as that one's good. The Ringers have had a very nice season. Remember, they had ended back-to-back undefeated streaks. They beat the 2-0 Ballers, then they beat the 3-0 Rebounders, and then they almost, we thought they'd get the trifecta facing the 4-0 Crossovers, but ended up getting decimated in that one, 21-10, second biggest blowout in league history. And Fisher G just scooped it up and got it to go, and now it's back to a 1-point game after it had been up to 4. Shane Ty and the Ringers really have to get things going again here. Shane Ty steps back. That one's not going to go. Skinler corrals the miss. Skinler's going to find G. Now it's AC Smooth. AC Smooth is going to be guarded very tightly. Can he get this up? He does, and he gets it to go, and we're tied. A 4-0 run right there by the Three Musketeers. And we are tied at 11. Shane Ty, guarded by Fisher G. Fisher G that will, in less than 2 hours, be racing in the Virtual Racing Championship Daytona 125. And Shane Ty is guarded by AC Smooth. Shane Ty working inside. And he's going to step out of bounds. He sinks the shot, but it's not an account. Possession shifts. Switching possession here. Skimler drives. And it's 12-11. Here comes Shane Ty the other way. Tyler Foley. Working hard on Skindler. Foley puts it up. Can't get it to go. G the rebound. Here's Skindler. This one is going to be close. Right now, a 5-0 run working here for the Three Musketeers. It's been nearly 5 minutes since the last time that we saw the Ringers get something to go. Skindler. No good. Hayward the rebound. If the playoffs ended right now, the Ringers would be playing the Crossovers in the first round. It would be the Ballers, the Ringers and Rebounders, and then the Ballers and Crossovers would match up in the other semifinal, with the two winners playing in the first ever Three-Man Basketball League Championship. Fisher G finds Skindler. Skindler puts it up. Gets it to go, and it's 13-12. Here is Shane Ty with it. Ty finds Hayward. Jeff Hayward. Almost a wild pass. I have no idea how Shane Ty was able to keep that from going out of bounds. Working on Fisher G. Hayward is inside right there. Hayward puts it up. Hook shot is good, and we're deadlocked at 13. Still a 6-2 run here for the Musketeers since it was 11-7, but now a bad turnover. Foley comes up with the ball. He backs up, trying to get a high percentage shot. They get it, and goaltending is going to be called on Skindler, but Hayward made the shot anyway, and it's 14-13. He did whack the ball while it was in the net and tried to hit it back out, which is going to be a penalty any way you look at it. Fisher G, the jumper. Can't get it to rattle in. That's a tough one. Foley, the rebound. 14-13 the score. Tyler Foley finds Hayward. Hayward shot. No! Oh! Foley almost threw that down. Skindler with it. Three Musketeers trying to play for their chance in the postseason. AC Smooth puts it in, and we're tied at 14. Tie game. Tyler Foley from Shane Ty. Foley works inside, lays it up, no good. AC Smooth the rebound. Smooth throws it behind his head. It's Skindler all of a sudden holding the ball. Here's Fisher G. Fisher G crosses over, lays it up, no good. Rebound Shane Ty. Both defenses really kicking into high gear right here. Shane Ty trying to get something going. Hayward, they're probably going to have to try to use his height a little. Skindler using his height to get that one in. It's 15-14. Still now an 8-3 run for the Three Musketeers since they trailed 11-7 early on. Hayward working on Skindler. Spins, shot, no good. That would have been a big point. Skindler now back to Fisher G. Fisher G is going to find AC Smooth. Smooth the jumper. That's good. AC Smooth getting into the fun. 16-14. 5 points away from staying alive heading into the final week. But once again, the Three Musketeers will be facing the crossovers next week. Ringers play the Atomic Threes. So the chances that the Three Musketeers would actually win next week, because they would still have to win to have any shot at it, I mean, it would be tough. The only way that it would be possible if they lost is if all three teams lose. If they win this game, they'd have that tiebreaker. As G nails the long shot, they're going to say it's just 1 point, 17-14, although I was almost guaranteed that foot was behind the line. Anyway, 4 points away. Hayward trying to get it going. No good. Skindler with the rebound. Feeds out Fisher G. Fisher finds Smooth. Smooth backing in. Smooth finds Skindler. Throws it down. The Three Musketeers. All they can be saying right now is thank goodness they didn't trade Fisher G. Shane Ty buries that one. 18-15 the score. Here's the ball at the top of the key. A screen's going to be set here by Smooth. He's going to move to the left side. Left wing now. G is going to drive inside. Ty is all over him. Bass is inside. Skindler puts it up. Lays it up. No good. Jeff Hayward corrals the miss. Hayward backs up now to the right side. Now it's back to Shane Ty, top of the key. Ty's going to feed Jeff Hayward to Jeff Hayward, trying to get something going. He's guarded by Skindler all over him as Foley is going to find the right side. Foley backs up and hits. It's back to a 2-point game. 18-16. Fisher G working inside. Ty is all over him. Throws it up. No good. Ty, the rebound, spins and puts it back in. And now just like that, it's back within 1 point, 18-17. Here's Fisher G. G, a big bucket needed here. Skindler can hit. Hayward the rebound. Still just 3 points for the victory. Wonder if Fisher G had made that 2-pointer. If that had been a 2 instead of a 1, how that might change the outcome of this game. Meanwhile, a bad turnover there. And now Fisher G and the Three Musketeers take over. G's shot is blocked. They're going to just let it go out of bounds. And it's going to be Ringers ball. Actually, no, it's last touch by Shane Ty, stupid. Stupid me. So, remains Musketeers ball. And Fisher G misses the layup. That would have been a great opportunity. Now Foley with it. Foley shaking and baking. Back to Hayward. Hayward feeds Foley. Foley on the left side. Spins. Oh, and he throws it down. Oh, what a slam by Tyler Foley. And we're tied at 18. G with it now. Remember, you have to win by 2 points. Fisher G is guarded tightly by Shane Ty. And that's going to be out of bounds. And it's going to be taken over by the Ringers. Ty with it. Guarded by Fisher G. Hayward is wide open. He gets it. Lays it up. Too strong. Skindler with the rebound. It remains tied at 18. Skindler's going to find AC Smooth. Smooth trying to work inside. Puts it up. No good. Rebound Hayward. Both teams have gone cold over the last minute or so. Tied at 18. Biggest lead is 4 for the Ringers. Biggest lead is 2 for the Three Musketeers. At least 3 lead changes I can think of, as that one's going to go out of bounds. And the last touch is by Chris Skindler, and it's going to remain Ringers ball. Ty thinks about a crazy fader, decides better of it. You got to take smart shots in this type of situation. Ty's going to find Hayward. He might be a smart idea, but he's going to step out of bounds. There's been a lot of sloppy play today. G inside, Smooth. Smooth inside. Skindler puts it in. Three Musketeers up by 1, 2 points away from the win. Shane Ty, back to Hayward. Hayward feeds Foley. Foley, Hayward shot. gets it to go. We're tied at 19. We could be at risk of going to extra time for the first time so far in this week. Fisher G. That's blocked. Hayward gets it. Foley with it now. Foley is going to step out of bounds. AC Smooth with the amazing defensive effort. And it's going to go back to the Three Musketeers. Can anybody stay away from crossing that white line under the basket? Skindler finds G. 1 point away from the victory. Can they stop Shane Ty right here? He's going to feed back to Foley. Foley. They need a really smart shot here. Ty could give it to them. Throws it up. That's not smart. Rebound Skindler. 1 point for the win and to stay alive headed into the final week of the season. G is blocked. Foley puts it in and we're going to extra time. 20-20. Here comes G. Oh my. G is going to find Skindler. Now they have to win by 2 points. The first team to take a 2-point lead is the winner. And great defensive effort, and Skindler loses the ball. Remember, a 2-pointer would win the game. Would we see these guys attempt a 2-pointer? Hayward puts it up. No good. Skindler with the rebound. Skindler backs all the way up. AC with it. Back to G. G could have tried that too there. I mean, if I were him, with his success that he's had from long range. Anyway, Skindler takes a long tumble, and he's a little slow to get up. I hope he's alright. Meanwhile, Hayward is wide open under the basket, lays it up and in. We're tied at 21. Yeah, Skindler was very slow to get up there. And that's what allowed Hayward to have the wide open shot under the basket. Fisher G. Feeds AC Smooth. Smooth is going to spin. Finds Skindler. Skindler jumper. That's good. He buries it. 22-21. Can the Three Musketeers remain alive in the playoff chase? Can the Ringers get to over 500 for the first time this season? Foley kicks back Ty. Now it's Hayward. Hayward inside. Foley working hard on Skindler. Backs up slightly. Right at the right elbow. Screen is set. Hayward gets the ball. Lays it up and in, and we're tied at 22. It's not over yet. Fisher G. Back to Skindler. AC Smooth for the win. Oh, no. He could have hit that too. That could have won the game. And we're tied at 22. Darn it. That would have been nice. Shane Ty. Driving. Finds Hayward. Hayward. Hayward out to Ty in the corner. Ty. Hayward throws it down. 23-22. Now the Three Musketeers on the brink of loss. Skindler puts it up. That's good. We're tied at 23. Longest extra time game we've seen. It went to 26-24, the final score. Smooth. G wide open. He hits. 24-23. Can they get a defensive stop here? Hayward steps out of bounds. Now the Three Musketeers can win it with a bucket and head into week 8 with a chance. G is going to spin. Find Skindler. Skindler moves, lays it up. No good. Just short. Hayward the rebound. Really a very important possession here. Foley spins, throws it up. It's good. We're tied at 24. It will continue. Fisher G. Fisher G. If you thought that last game before this was good, how about this one? Smooth with this. Drives. What a pass to G. He ended up ramming it off the backboard, and that's what caused Fisher G to have to come in for it. Skindler. Skindler. Fisher G. AC Smooth. Where is he? He's probably open out there. Anyway, G takes it himself. Can't hit. Foley the rebound. Foley step back. No good. Rebound taken by number 2. We're tied at 24. AC Smooth with it. Working inside. Smooth steps out of bounds. What a wild game we're witnessing here. 24-24. Ty spins, lays it up. No good. Tries to get his own rebound. Foley, though, is going to clean up the mess. But he can't hit either. That was a little wild. He should have tried to step in a little. Fisher G is going to find Skindler. Remember, a 2-pointer would win it. I think AC Smooth should try to come over to the right wing and try to hit this one. Skindler's going to take it himself to the left side. And that's going to be out of bounds for Skindler. Back and forth these two teams go. Shane Ty is going to find Foley. Now back Hayward. Now it's Tyler Foley with it. Puts it up. No good. Hayward the rebound. Puts it in. 25-24 the score now. Fisher G with the top of the key. Between the circles now. Right side. G finds the deep right corner. That's Chris Skindler. Skindler spins. Puts it up. Can't get it to go. Hayward the rebound. The Ringers can win it here. Hayward's going to take it back slowly. Watch for Ty or Foley to try to cut, or maybe a screen be set. I don't think they want Hayward handling this ball. Foley spins to the basket, lays it up. It's good. Ringers win it 26-24 in extra time. What a game we just witnessed. And unfortunately, the Three Musketeers' hopes for the postseason are dashed, leaving just 5 eligible for 4 spots. That was a wild game. So we'll just look at the statistics. First, we'll look for the losing Three Musketeers. Chris Skindler. Pretty solid game for him with 12 points, 13 rebounds, a nice solid double-double, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 3 turnovers, and a 12 of 19 from the field. Fisher G struggled from the field today. 8 points on 8 of 24 shooting. Also 5 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, 3 turnovers, and 8 of 24 from the field. And finally, AC Smooth, lowest scoring player in the league. He did have his fair share of contributions and actually shot pretty well, 4 of 6. He had 4 points, 3 boards, 5 assists, a pair of turnovers, 4 of 6 from the field, and he missed that one wild 2-pointer that he tried to get down. On the other side, the victorious team led by Jeff Hayward. Jeff Hayward, what a game from him. 11 points for Hayward and 11 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, a block, 4 turnovers, and 11 of 20 from the field. Shane Ty, pretty solid game with 8 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, and I just saw something out of the corner of my eye. 7 blocks. I didn't even notice that when I first turned to this. 7 blocks for him, 3 turnovers, and 8 of 14 from the field. And lastly, Tyler Foley with 7 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, 3 turnovers, and 7 of 14 from the field. So we hope you enjoyed this one. Here on WUB Network, America's Sports Leader, we'll see you next time.